So I haven't made a video in a while because November was a crazy month. There's just a lot going on. I was editing my book, my parents came into town, then they went to Greece, I watched their dog, they came back from Greece in December, we ended up going to Florida, which is actually why I'm filming with a new background, because I'm in my old bedroom back in Florida for a while. Actually, should be here for a couple of months, so I just wanted to explain I wasn't ignoring my channel. We're gonna still keep putting up videos, but today we are going to talk about the absolute dumpster fire that has become J.K. Rowling. So I don't know if you're up on Twitter. I personally don't have a Twitter, but I like to get, you know, my influx of news of like what's going on celebrity Twitter. And recently J.K. Rowling really pissed everybody off with a trans-related Twitter post, and it just went nuts, and it's great. And I know people are probably saying like, Brooklyn, you really like Harry Potter. I don't understand why you want Rowling to implode as a person, and let me tell you why. I am a strong believer in separating the artist from their work, so I love Harry Potter, obviously, based on all the videos in my, the video queue on my channel, but I think J.K. Rowling is just such a virtue signaling hypocrite half the time that it's almost become like a game for me of like, oh, what has Joe done today? And that mentality is what has brought us here today to talk about what has Joe done today. And it's going to probably be a multi-part video because I could go on and on and on about this woman just forever, about things that irk me. But today, we're not even gonna get to the Twitter outrage of what J.K. Rowling has done. Today, we're going to talk about how she is one of those people that is just too big for their britches and they think that they can't fail. So I don't know if you know, but in ancient Rome, when generals would come back from a victory, like a military victory, they would have what was called a triumph, and they would have laurel leaves and everybody would be celebrating the victory, and they would have somebody with them who would always be there to tell them, you know, it's sic transit at gloria mundi, so passes the glory of the world. Very much, you know, you may be riding high now, but you won't always be, so just remember, kind of like a stay humble, stay grounded, don't have so much of an ego sort of thing. Unfortunately for our good girl Jo, nobody has been there to remind her to maybe temper her ego, because we unfortunately have been subjected to the absolute disasters that have been the two Fantastic Beasts movies. So if you want to know specifically what I'm talking about with the Fantastic Beasts movies, let's discuss the fact that J.K. Rowling was the screenwriter for these movies. So when you watch them and you think, wow, the tone seems a bit off and it doesn't seem to really vibe with the rest of the wizarding world, who wrote this? And then you're like, oh, Rowling wrote this, like why, what, So I actually didn't hate the first Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find the movie. I thought it bookended itself, it had a beginning, middle, end, muddled as they occasionally were, and it came together and I was like, great, Newt's story, done, it was good. I don't really give a damn about the rest of it. I was good. Newt can keep going. I'm being a magizoologist. We're done. It was great. Jacob lost his memories. It was sad. It was good. It was good. We didn't need the next one. We could have started it with different people. We didn't need it. Alas, we got Crimes of Grindelwald, which was an exercise in how not to write a movie, because it turns into a soap opera where they all get in the crypt. Oh, spoilers for the movie, by the way, but who really cares? It's crap, you shouldn't watch it. When they all get into the crypt and have a long discussion over who Credence really is, and nothing is really resolved, the movie stops. It literally stands still, and we sit and we're just like, oh, we're doing nothing. We're having a flashback and a flashback and a flashback about characters you don't care about, and then everybody turns around in the crypt and they're like, oh, what a coincidence. Grindelwald's holding his wizard Nazi cult rally here. Perfect. And then Queenie, this woman who has essentially drugged her boyfriend into loving her so that they can get married, but he doesn't want to get married because in America, no mages, which is a stupid name, and magical people can't get married. They have like a separation decree. Queenie wants to marry this muggle, and so she joins Grindelwald, and she's like, don't you see, Jacob, it's the only way. That's not a good Queenie voice. That's not at all how she sounds, but the gist is she's like, this is the only way, I have to do it because I love you. And it's like, no, 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 no. Grindelwald very much wants to subjugate the no mages, muggles, non-magiques. So why Queenie, the mind reader of all people, was like, yeah, this seems like a solid plan. It's like, no, it's just so contrived. And why Dumbledore picks Newt, the magizoologist Hufflepuff who got kicked out of Hogwarts, to be the one to go hunt down Grindelwald, it's just no, just no, no. But what I am getting at is the fact that J.K. Rowling wrote these scripts, right? She was the architect of the wizarding world, something that we all loved, and she came out and she wrote these scripts and she's like, I know what the people want, they want this. And we're like, no, Jo, we don't. Give us a Marauders movie. Like, I would say give us a solid sequel to the Harry Potter movie, but let's talk about Cursed Child, which she didn't technically write, but she slapped her name on it and endorsed it, and she's like, yeah, this is canon. No, it's not. No, I refuse to accept that as canon because Cedric Diggory's not, he wouldn't become a Death Eater. Like, why would he? That's not even like to mention the Trolley Witch. She has grenades. Grenades? She has magical no. No, Jo, no. And I feel like that is my whole point of the movie. This whole video should just be called No, Jo, no. Because somebody at Warner Brothers needs to be sitting there like at their desk, fingers steepled, listening to Jo ramble on about how she's going to continue the wizarding world so that they can all make more money because God forbid we just stop and have a cohesive story that made sense. She is sitting there just going on and on, and I need somebody to just be like, I see what you're saying. I get it. Solid plan. Let's not do that because it's good. It's not what the people want. Nobody is liking what you're doing, and you're taking this beloved franchise and you're throwing it to the ground. Now it's on the ground and you're beating it, all right? Oh, it's beaten, bruised, and broken, but we can still resuscitate it, and you're like, Trolley Witch grenading it, and I just want her to stop. So that is my first soapbox rant about how J.K. Rowling needs to just have somebody in her entourage or at the studio, or maybe like an epiphany moment of self-awareness where she's like, I have become the villain of my own story. You are the Voldemort of this beloved story, and somebody needs to stop her before there is no resuscitating the brand. So like I said, I have a lot more to say about this topic, and I think in my next video I will touch on the whole Twitter debacle, but for now I just wanted to talk about what really grinds my gears, and that was the Crimes of Grindelwald fiasco. And that was this video. Next video, we're gonna talk about Twitter, and it's gonna be painful. But if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more Harry Potter related content or bookish content, or occasionally put out writing videos to let people know where I am in the writing process with my own fantasy series, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss any videos, because I don't really have a schedule. I update rather sporadically, as I'm sure people have noticed. And if you have any thoughts about J.K. Rowling, leave them in the comment section down below. I've gotten a lot of really great comments on my other videos, and I've had discussions with the people who do comment, because I really like the social media platform element of YouTube where we can build a community and discuss our views on things. So like I said, like, share, comment, ring the bell for notifications, all that jazz. And thank you for taking the time to listen to this spiel, my anti-Rowling propaganda. Bye, guys.